So, hello guys, back again for 12 markers. But before we start with 12 markers, I want to wish in advance a very happy birthday to Professor Srinivasan and Professor Shubhalalita, who both share their birthdays on the same day. That is 22nd April. So, happy birthday to you, sir, in advance.
Thank you so much.
But
Thank you so much. I am very lucky because like my guide also born on the same date.
yes,
So it was a really special.
absolutely. So, let's move on with the 12 markers.
Sure.
So this is something I get a lot of flack in college for taking classes. You know this. So I want to know, like, because students taking classes is a very common thing in the Western universities in North America or England. So what are the possibilities of teaching assistant positions or research assistant positions in the Indian universities?
Yeah, actually, we should encourage this, because we are conducting a entrance examination to join a master's degree. So the master students are also eligible to take as a teaching assistant profession or position to teach the at least the first year students. Okay, so because the first year subjects are very common, like C programming or C++ or fundamentals of computer, these are the subject, at least those subjects handled by a master students, and research assistant position should be filled with those who have completed their masters. They can definitely work as a research assistant position. A good university will definitely need a teaching assistant position as well as the research assistant position. I would say, in my perspective, it's a kind of internship. It's
Yes.
a kind of internship offer giving to the master students. If someone who want to work in an industry, at least they stop studying up to undergraduate. They don't want to go and pursue the master's program. Uh, a student want to go and pursue a master program. Definitely, he wants to be either a professorship or else a researcher. Okay, so a person who wants to be a researcher, definitely he should complete at the masters and PhD. So after completing his master's degree, why can't he work as a research assistant? That is a that research assistant job for a funded projects or any industry. If a college tie up with any universities, we can work with that particular industry. As I said, in our college, SRM is tie up with the Samsung. They are giving us 7 projects. Okay, so why can't we recruit a research assistant position to fulfill the gap? So they also have an interest. Oh, we are working in a company and company product also. They will gain experience, and as well as those who are studying master's program, if they really want to interest to go as a professors or academician, they want to know how to handle the students. In at least they should know about it in a master's degree itself. And moreover, we have to do a 1 year of research or 1 year of project in a master's. Okay, so it will be how we have to present our idea, how we have to showcase our talent, how we have to attract the students, by in what way we have to present. Because now all the generations or very younger generations are very highly intelligent people now. Like every year we are getting intelligent people. uh, Maybe we can say, technologically they are intelligent. Okay, see, I studied from a textbook. I have not used any material. I don't know even a PPT, presentation. I came to know about only the final years, and before that I used always to study only in the textbook. But now the students are technically very talented. They are giving us so many suggestions. See, due to the corona lockdown, even the students are giving more points. Even just now I received the message from a student. Sir, why should you stick onto a Zoom app? Why can't you move it to a Google Meeting and TCS Classroom? There are so many options are there. If you want, I will make it as a video. I'll send it to you. You just please go through once again. So see the level of students. They are very brilliant in their technology. So definitely like uh, uh, they need some positions during their master's program, or else during their PhD. So I would say the teaching assistant position, as well as the research assistant position as a internship, as like a kind of internship. Now every UG students are going internship. Why? They have to work in a company.
Yes.
Okay. So at the end, after the final year, if I go and work, I will feel some challenges. So to overcome those challenges, I can go for the internship in the third year itself. So likewise, someone who is studying masters, definitely they will have some challenges, and someone who complete the masters to go and work in a or plan to pursue PhD program also, they will have some challenges. To overcome those challenges, why can't we go for a teaching assistant position and research assistant position? That is a really a good option. That will be a very healthy option too.
Yes. Absolutely. These positions are very common in Western universities, as I said. And if Indian universities also implement these practices of student positions, it will be really helpful both for the students and the university. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely, there is no doubt in that.
So next question, I ask this to everyone. I ask this to Shubha ma'am as well. What are the various teaching innovations you have brought or you are planning to bring?
See, as of now, I have just put a videos in a YouTube. Okay, that is the only option I have done now. But one more option also I have introduced in this semester. That option is like why the students can submit the assignments in the online. Like online means I just give a topic called Windows memory management. Okay, it's a topic in an operating system. I asked the students to do the assignments in an innovative way. Suddenly, one student asked me a question, sir, what is the innovation? Okay. Then I have just explained him like, why can't you make it as any animation video? Okay, that is also be an innovation, like because now everyone are using mobile. If I make any subject as a make it as a like a video, or we can make it in a very different way. Yesterday also I just look at one video. The topic is disk scheduling. Actually, they'll made it as a video. They are explaining with the CD disk. That all the concepts are explained with the CD disk. Okay, so that video is really interesting.
Yes.
Can you able to hear?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, that video is really interesting. Like, so whatever we are trying to communicate, that should be in a like some different way, which should not be done by anyone. Then it will be really interesting. One of my student actually made it as a animation, and one student who made it as a website, like creating a website for a Windows memory management. That was a very two different innovative assignments as of now I had. Because some people ask me like, could you please extend the assignment date? I want to do it in a better way. Okay, I'll just give a time.
Yes.
It's even if on someone who do it in a chart work also, it will be fine. But I hope I'll remember the batch, like exactly your batch, 2020, which means 2016 to 2020 students in a third semester, a subject named as object oriented analysis and design. I have there are so many diagrams: sequence diagram, collaboration diagram, activity diagram, state chart diagram. I asked the students to do it in a chart work. Still I have the chart. It's not a draw and paint work. Like they have cut the piece of paper. Like if you can visualize the state diagram and activity diagram in a very different way. So like even if you are using a modern technique, painting, chart works, or even if you make PPT, in PPT you can create so many animations, or even you can make it as a video lecture, anything. These are the some innovations As of now, I know. Okay, and I have not explained much about the website, but one student who made a website for a Windows memory management. That
Yes.
is really good. Like it consists of slide, but it construct it for only the Windows memory management. I think it will be good. It will cover almost all the points. And most of the point, most of the students, as usual, they copy paste their content from the internet, and then I'll put it in a plagiarism. I said the students like all your assignments are plagiarism. They are showing me a 70 to 80 percentage of plagiarism. I said I need an innovative assignment. I don't want a copy paste assignment. Take your own time and try to rephrase your sentence. At least if you study and rephrase your sentence, and if you tell your opinion in your own language, it will be good. So these are the innovations as of now I find. Maybe I should Google it. I can find some more innovations.
So, to my next batches, please try to avoid any sort of plagiarism in any assignments that you submit, because uh, in India, while it's not taken so seriously, if you are planning for higher studies, you will be restricted from the university, and consequently, you will be debarred from the country. You will be deported from there for even a very minute plagiarism. They are very, very strict on this. So please take care. Do not plagiarize. Write your original things, or else if you want to copy something from the internet, please mention that source. Please do not copy anything blindly and without mentioning and giving the credits. So yes, moving on to,
Thanks for including this point.
yes,
At least the students will accept it from yours, because if a faculty says, they won't accept. But if you are a student, if you say it to your juniors, definitely they will consider it. At least they will look into it. Okay, maybe next year we'll plan to get more innovation assignments, I hope. Fingers crossed.
fingers crossed. So next question: how to handle social media effectively for students, of course, like because most of the students are on every social media platforms, and there are cases of mental health issues or things like that. So
Their priority, like uh, I have to set my priority in a social media. Okay, I cannot restrict anyone. Some people who is taking it in a very effective way, like if I go and see some LinkedIn profile, that is also be a social media. Okay, they have posted a constantly, they are posting it like so many certifications, so many new technologies, so many innovative projects. Like if I go and see the LinkedIn profile of so many currently pursuing third year and final year students, their profile are extremely good. Like they are saying, I have done this course in the Coursera, and after that I have done a project in the related to the same domain. Like these are like a very healthy one. Definitely for this kind of platform, we should agree that it will create a big impact. But at the same side, if you look at back, if we go for a Facebook, then Insta, there's the students are putting so much of memes and posting the photos. Even in a memes also, I agree that that is see, I cannot make a meme. Okay, like definitely there should also some ideas and some innovativeness to create a meme, but that should be do it for your education. Or if you create a meme for your related to your subjects, academic subjects, it will be very interesting. I could see some of the memes related to object oriented programming language. I didn't exactly remember the meme, but some of the two memes which created by the students, that was really a good one. We can understand the content technically what they are trying to say.
yes,
So one side it will create a good impact. At the same side, it consumes more time, like time consuming. People will always check their photos in a instas and Facebook everywhere. Like I think it consumes more time. Like they are getting addicted to it.
Yes.
Instead of that, if they are giving addict to the LinkedIn profile, it might be they will get some useful information. So usually if I go and search it in a LinkedIn, definitely I'll get some useful questions, like useful informations. Okay, so maybe like we should be very careful. We have to prioritize, like we have certain priority order. Once in a week we can check Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. Okay, fine. But every day you have to use your LinkedIn profile, so that will be good. Like we can come to know. Suppose in future, if I want to use any, if I am going to construct any software industry, I could obviously could search a profile through LinkedIn only. Now the companies are start focusing on those who are doing innovativeness in their work, and as well as some people are spending more time in so many websites. Okay, hacker rank, hacker rare, they are also putting lot of challenges,
Yes.
so that is also be a useful social media. So as we have to prioritize, there is no option. I cannot say you have to prioritize in this order. Maybe for my priorities like this, but if you want to think about your career, definitely you will priority given to the social media in a proper way. So think about your career. Don't think about your Instagram or Twitter.
Absolutely. Great idea. Prioritize LinkedIn over everything else, or hacker rank, hackers.
We can say it in operating system perspective, priority scheduling.
Yes.
So schedule your priority in the social media. That's
So,
good.
for those who do not know what is priority scheduling, check out his channel, Zeros and Ones. You'll get to know.
Yes, obviously.
So, your tips to prepare for a career in research.
Yeah, this will be really good option. Like at least to make a research, the lot of students, as my experience, like I have 8 years of experience, I said, or else I could say it in this way. After joining SRM, I have 5 years of experience. What the students will think about the research is they have to do it only one time. We need 100% result. Practically this is not possible in a research, or else we can say like this. If I ask you to do a program, a simple C program, okay, you have to search and do it, you will get a lot of idea. Suppose if I give the program and ask you to compile the program, and if you got the output, then the students will think that yeah, I got the output. The other students will say that like, you got the output, you come and help me. The thing is, we should not give the program, we ask you to create a program. See, for creating a program, definitely there will be a lot of hurdles and lot of failure also happened in research. Failure is just an experience. Okay, you have to take it in that way. So like if you get more failure, which means you are learning a lot. For
Yes.
example, if you make 50 times, if I make 100 times a failure one, like you get 50 times failure, if I get 100 times failure, I am the talented person compared to you. Why? Because I failed in 100 times. Then definitely I know that what I did in the first time, what I did in the second time, up to 100th time. See, and you should not take it in this point. If you voluntarily make it mistake, see, I will do this. Like when I studying BE, my faculty would say that those who are having got first output, I will not give good marks. Those who are getting a last output, the last person who got the output, I will give the good marks. I don't know why the faculty is saying like this. So what I will do, I know some of the mistakes. So I voluntarily remove the semicolon, double quotes in my programming, and I'll ask the faculty. I know it, like if I didn't put the semicolon, it will not work. But I just want to showcase myself, but that is not actually experience. The actual experiences, you have to try out with the different structures. If I ask you to write addition of two program, you have to write a normal simple program. You have to use a function concept or pointer concept or structure concept, some different way.
Yes.
Then if I do like this, I would gain more experience. But the students will think that like all the younger generations, this definitely I will stress this point. All the younger generations, they want to be success in the first movement, but definitely not. If you get a success in a first movement, you are not an experienced one. You are a failure product in my perspective. Maybe this point you can, it will create a controversy, but my perspective is, if you get a first movement as a success one, definitely you will miss the lot of experiences. So like so you have to prepare in a career in a like some proper way. What I'm saying, if your neighbor get the answer, you should not ask a help from you. Okay, you have to take it as a challenge. Oh, my neighbor completed it, definitely I should complete it.
Absolutely.
So we have to take it as a challenge. We should not ask him to come and help me out. He will not a person to always help me out in all the situation. If I go and join a company, if I get a help from anyone, he will not be there. If I change the company, we have to find the alternate option to help someone or to get a help from someone. It should not be done. We can create our own strategy, even if it is long. We can learn it from the failures.
Yes.
So I think failure is a temporary solution, but if you got so many failures or so many rejections, that is what I would say to my students. If you get rejected in the first company, don't worry, some other good company is waiting for you.
Yes.
Because like you know, you can gain the experience. So what way I have to answer it, what should I change it. So in the next company, definitely I will do it best when compared to the previous. Like this option will be obviously there in every situation. Now if I ask the question like you are get some marks in 10th standard, if I am asking you like if you go and study the 10th standard again, definitely you will get a good mark,
Yes.
because now you are get experienced, because you are studying undergraduate. Now you should know how to handle the 10th standard subject. Definitely you will get the you will get the good marks. And moreover, the students, every student will have this idea like they will think about the 12th standard. Now I am studying more comparatively than 12th standard. If I study the same thing in 12th standard, probably I will go get into a best university. And if you look at your first year or second year, so final year subjects are very tough compared to the first year subject. Then why should I get only 8 CGPA or 9 CGPA in the first year? If I get a chance to study the first year subject again, definitely I will get more than the 9 CGPA. So every time if you get experienced, you are getting a talent. So that's why you will always need an experienced person. So the tips for prepare a career in research, one point is you should ask help from the experienced people, and you should not ask him deliberately that what methodology I should use. You should show these are the methodologies I used, I learned this point. And that experienced people also don't, they should say that like, okay, change this technique and come and answer it. So we have to mold them in
Yes.
a very slowly and very carefully.
Yes. Absolutely. So great answer. Like if you are planning to go into research, you have to be very patient with results. You will definitely face failures, but there's success uh, around the corner. So wait for it, and always think to improve. Because I read this meme somewhere yesterday that if you don't think you are idiot someone's back, you're still an idiot now. So you always have to improve. You so you're never the best. The best is always yet to come. So yes. So your next question is, in what ways we can bridge the gap between the college syllabus and industry requirements?
So the option is like we should fulfill the gap definitely the college should collaborate with the industry. Okay, so else we cannot fulfill the gap, because when I did my undergraduate, that time the Java will be a big language. Like if you know Java, you can get placed very easily. And after a decade, like now the Python is slowly overcome that programming language Java. So like to fulfill the gap, definitely the college should interact with the industry. So that's why I usually say that the college syllabus is static, but the industry requirements are dynamic. Like maybe in the next generation, the requirements are maybe very high. And moreover, for example, if I talk about object oriented analysis and design, we can use some tool to do the state shot and activity diagram. If I interact with the industry people, okay, what they are saying, they are also talking about the tool, but those tools are like licensed tool. But why should we get all those licensed tool installed in our computer and start training it? We can say this also, like data analytics. There are so many tools are available for data analytics. Why can't we buy any one or two tools, or else why can't we got all those tools and added as a one credit course, or added as a one point to that? For example, if over it is a 4 credit course, 3 credit you can take it from the examination, the rest 1 credit you can add it up as a tool. So the meanwhile, the students will have a knowledge about the tool, because obviously like developer will code it from the scratch. But moreover, like due to the demand in the industry, we have to complete our work in very fast, so we have to learn about the tools. There are a lot of tools, not only for our computer science related. There are so many things for doing, like administration, or else some other purpose. There are a lot of tools, we should learn all those tools also. So if we included that tools, that will be fulfill the gap between the college and industry requirement. That is one point. And every 5 years once we have to refine the syllabus. That is more important one. What is the current technology is going on? How the technology meet our college syllabus? At least we can give it in a case study. So we can cut short one unit, we have full 4 units of topics and 1 units of case study. Let us, if I say, if I am handling operating system, I can ask the people to go and see the memory management techniques in any of the company, how they are using the Linux operating system in a very effective way, or what are the, because there are so many operating system. Mobile operating system is there, and then desktop, there are Windows, Linux, there are so many operating systems. We can just give a one case study about this. That will be really helpful, and we can know about the particular technology as well. So that is the only way. We have to refine the syllabus. I am saying for computer science perspective, I don't know about other departments. The fast growing technology only happens in a computer science and engineering. Rest of them I don't know, because there are so many programming languages, so many tools are evolving every days. So obviously, like at least for computer science engineering, we have to refine the syllabus at least 5 years once, to discuss with the industry experts, and we have to create the syllabus. If it's so, then definitely we can fulfill the gap.
Absolutely, sir. And it's very crucial because students might face this problem not in the first entering the college, but when they are sitting for placements, they are often complaining about being asked something which they were not taught in college curriculum. Now, not everything can be covered in college curriculum, so
Yes.
a student has to take initiatives of his or her own. And one very important thing: do not copy. You
Yes.
might not realize it then. You will be digging a hole for yourself when you are preparing for technical interviews and coding rounds.
So yeah, you should not copy it, and you should not miss any of the core subjects. That is very important. So some people will think, will straight away study the machine learning, I will get the job. It's not like that. You have to study all the core subjects, then you have to select some specialization in that. That is very important. You should not miss out any core subjects. At the same time, you should not miss any current technologies. Both are equally needed.
Absolutely, absolutely. So for the final question, and this question is very important to the current generation's context, and I want to know your uh, on the idea of this generation in terms of a perfect student.
Perfect in the terms of what? Like
What is your idea?
academic.
Like, who is a perfect student for you?
Oh, for me, like I can put it in this way, like I can find so many perfect students who is always think about their career. So in my perspective, I would say a perfect student will think about their career.
Yes.
At the same time, they have to equally enjoy their college life. I also agree that. I should not say that like you should not go and attend cultural events. You should not participate in any of the sports activities. That is okay, fine. But you have to build your career. First, you have to make a priority of your career. That is very important. Suppose if you are join a computer science engineering, if you love this subject or if you love this department, then think about the career of the department. So what are the things you have to make a perfect plan about your career? So like what should I do in the first year, what should I do it in the second year, what should I do it in the third year, and after complete the final year, how can I help the society, as well as how can I help the industry, and how can you help your junior students. You have to be a very clear vision. If a student have a clear vision, I would say that student is a perfect student.
Yes.
If a student come to a college and just like that, and then they are always doing some fun things, that fun things is also be good, but will always think about the fun, will not never think about the career, and will they misuse the opportunities, and who is always put the blame on others, will not accept their fault. So
Yes.
why didn't you study properly? If I ask the question, the teacher is not teaching it in a proper way, that's why I have not studied properly. So a student will always put a blame on others. So those students are not a perfect student. A perfect student who should think about the career, and he should manage the career as well as their enjoyment. Because obviously if you complete your college, you should not get this fun. Maybe you will get it in an industry to up to some extent, and after that you will be committed to the society, or else committed to the family, you will start earning it. So you have to give a priority to the fun activities, as well as you have to think about your career also. So
Absolutely.
that is what my answer as a perfect student.
Yes. So I think we are now on to our last question. How to stay mentally
Okay.
healthy as a college student?
This was like how to stay mentally healthy as a college student. He should go and sleep at least 10:30 or 11 o'clock. He should not should not play a game up to 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, or he should not go somewhere, and he should spend all the nights, and if he come to the college, he'll definitely feel sleepy, and he's mentally unfit also. A person who is like who spend throughout the night for enjoyment, and in a day if he want to sleep, he is not mentally fit. Okay. So mentally healthy means like what I would say, you have to try some different activities, like if you think about, like if you come to college at 9 o'clock, you should obviously come to the college at 8:30 itself. You have to observe it. So like always be a punctual. So when you should be a punctual, you have to properly balanced. You have weekends like Saturday and Sunday. During that time, you can go and enjoy your career. That's not an issue. Sorry, no, enjoy your other activities. But from Monday to Friday, you have to be work, or you have to be perfectly stick on to the college activities. This is what the US people actually doing.
Yes.
Monday to Friday, they will work hard, but Saturday and Sunday, they will completely enjoy. So if any of the US worker asks you to come and work on a Saturday, Sundays, and Sundays, even if you paid high or if you give large amount of money, they will never come. They
Yes.
want to enjoy it actually. You could see so many videos in Coursera website and all. Even a professor conducting a courses at the end session, definitely there will be a like they will be in the any party or somewhere, just they'll give a, some snacks or some other things, some fun activities will also be captured.
Yes.
So yeah, mentally healthy student means like he should properly spend a time. First year you can enjoy more, no doubt in it. Just think about your subjects and you can enjoy whatever you want. And second year, slowly you can commit to any of one online current technology courses. That's enough. Then
Yes.
again you can start enjoying it. At the end of second year, you can at least participate in any of the internships. And third year, just concentrate on your subjects and concentrate on your placement activities. And final year, concentrate on your project. That's it. You should not have any burden out of it. You have to properly plan. What the most of the students will do, first year they are focused so much on academics, uh, and they are getting good marks. But if you comparatively to third semester, fourth semester, their percentages get decreasing because they are giving a priority to others. But if you look at the perfect student, as you said, what is perfect student? If you look at the growth of the perfect student, first year he should not spend more time on their career. Slowly they'll there is a not exponentially increasing, like slowly they will increase. Second year some sort of commitment, third year placement activity, and final year project.
Yes.
This is the healthy life of the college student as per my perception. First of all, he should sleep properly and he should eat properly.
Yes.
Both the things are equally good.
Yes. True that. So a proper sleeping routine and a proper diet will help you long way in maintaining your mental health as well. And of course, there are counselors on campus whom you can approach, and they will help. Teachers are there. Faculty advisor is there. So there are a lot of avenues. And one more thing, like SRM has paid for you on a website called yourdost.com, where you can access their paid services for free using your SRM email ID. And you can talk to the therapists there who are professional therapists, professional doctors with degrees. So that will be very helpful for you. So finally, if you have any questions for me, sir.
Yeah, I have one question. This question I should ask to you, like, how do you act as a good student? Like, see, I have seen so many students. Why I am not very close to SRM student? Suppose in a first day, if I interact with any student, and second day, third day, if every day if I interacted, after a month, the student will try to get benefit from me. Like if I talk with any of the student very closely, then obviously his first approach, sir, can you increase 5 marks in a internal, or can you increase my project marks, assignment marks, blah blah blah, so and so reasons. But you are not like that. I don't know how did you grown up like this. Why did you grown up like this? You have to say the reason. And because this should be helpful for other students. That is the only thing which I admire from you. I think probably I would talk with you for a past 2 years. So
Yes.
like I would see it in the third year. At the same way, if I see it as of now, you never come with any excuses. You please come and help me and talk to this faculty, ask that faculty to increase 5 marks for me or 10 marks for me. This happens for me. There are so many students will come and ask, if I have a very good rapport with him, they'll simply say that, sir, could you please talk to that faculty and ask my assignment marks and surprise test marks. But you are not like that. That is the only thing I really liked you. I just want you to make, I just need a student like you. Okay. So what is the reason? You could explain it briefly.
This sentence actually I have learned from you, and I'll repeat it here. So our friendship ends as soon as we enter into the arch gate. So once we are inside the campus, we have a professional student-teacher relationship. So the friendship has no bearing on that, and I'm as equal to as any other students of yours. Of course, outside campus we have a personal friendship, and that's okay. But there is a clear boundary. So it will be very unfair as well as unethical for me to ask you for any favors just because you're my friend outside the college campus. Second thing, and I think this is something which makes me a little more connected with the professors, is because my mother is herself a professor and an assistant professor in computer science. So I have grown up in an environment, like I have seen both the sides of a teacher, how she's at home and how then she's in the college. I have spent most of my childhood in her cabin or in the staff rooms. So therefore, I relate to professors very well, and I don't. I mean, I so this thing happened with me in the morning. I was talking to a certain professor of CSA department about the interview, and he recommended me to ask another faculty, and I said no, I'm kind of scared of him, scared of her. And he immediately replied, don't worry, professors don't bite. So you should always remember that professors are your friend. They may be strict sometimes, but that's for your benefit. So you can always go talk with them and just consider them as your friends, because they are going to help you a long way in your careers. Very, very important part of your careers. So yeah, that's what I follow. And thank you
The
for your
many of the students have not fixed the boundary well. If I so connected, definitely they are expecting a favor from my side. See, even if I say like this, if I am connected with the higher official, if I expect any favor from the higher official, that is not good. This is my perception. I would like to say this because of this interview, like, why should I ask this question? I have never you never asked me any favor for the past 2 years. I would really love this. And then like I need a student who always after seeing this interview, okay, this is the Srinivasan sir image. Not only Srinivasan sir image, see everyone image. Like if some students will come and approach the faculty, like you should not expect any favors, but obviously they can do it some favors voluntarily, but that should be in a proper way. See, I am just an assistant professor. I could not do more favor, and I can do a favor in terms of apart from the academics. If you are not physically or if you are not mentally fit, I can guide you, but I cannot ask my colleague to increase the marks, those things. But that question I should ask from you. That's why I asked. Like you never cross that boundary. You never cross that threshold. That's why I like you very much. Not only me, all my colleagues in the NLP labs are really like you because of that boundary. I think the other students, like some students are really there. Like I can see so many students who is working in NLP lab. They are also not cross their boundaries, but very few students I am saying they should learn from it. Like learn from you, like not from you, like similar persons like you. Oh, the students should not expect any favors. Like definitely the faculty will give some favors. So that point they have to understand it.
Actually, that's your kindness, and that's the kindness of all the faculties in NLP lab, that they have accepted me as a student member of that lab. So
Actually, you are, we will think that you are a family member of NLP research. You are one of the family member.
I feel the same for all of you.
Younger generation. younger generation family members, because hope all the NLP family members are crossed 30.
Yes.
We are 90s kids and 80s kids.
Yes.
So might be if one student in 2000 kids, this family will be so colorful. So that's why you are a very younger generation in our NLP lab.
Thank you so much, sir. That's very kind of you, all of you, in fact. So, before we come to the end of the interview, I'll like to request everyone to subscribe to his channel, Zeros and Ones. He did not ask me to promote it. This is me doing it voluntarily because I really like his content, and I feel that it will be very helpful for all of you, especially those who are in second and third years. And I hope that you'll put out more contents every day or every week whenever you get time, and more students get benefited out of it. So
yes, if you really like my video, subscribe it. That is what I could say it in my video also. If you like my video and subscribe it, like if you think that it is not useful, then leave it. Don't subscribe it. That's don't want to subscribe. And if you really want to subscribe, and if you want to give some tips, definitely you can contact me whenever you need. So that's my point.
Definitely. So we have come to the end of this interview. I hope you had a fun time, and hopefully we'll connect again. Maybe next time from another country. Maybe we both will be in Toronto in a few years' time. I hope so.
Sure. And thank you, and God bless you, my child.
Thank you so much. Okay, sir. Bye-bye. We'll end it here.
We'll again meet you in some other universities. If you are a faculty, maybe, or if you are working in any of the R&D, I would be faculty in that university. We'll take this interview. Let's see after 5 years or after a decade. Let's see in 2030 how you would be and how I am. Like
I'm
time we'll conduct.
looking forward to it.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.